Hey! Sup? What's up? Oh, welcome back.
Welcome.
I just love doing this.
Dude, me too. And you are?
I'm the damned.
I'm Delulu.
And here we are, coming back.
Better than ever.
Better than ever. We're always better than ever. Oh, but yeah, this is just another yap session. We're just kind of like talking and chatting, so we wanted to bring you in. I think at this point, I'm just thinking about the Grammys. I know it's been a minute since the Grammys happened, but I just keep thinking about Doechie's performance. I don't know if you've watched it, but she is just killing the game. She's doing so good.
I'll be honest, I didn't really watch the Grammys, but I did see some performance clips.
Which ones did you see?
I saw Sabrina Carpenter.
I love Sabrina Carpenter.
I love Sabrina too. She is, I mean...
She just reminds me of like a pocket, what are those things? Polly Pocket?
Polly Pockets? Oh yeah,
yeah, she reminds me of that, like little Barbie.
Yeah, but I remember seeing hers and then Shakira's. Dude.
She's a classic.
She's classic.
She's a classic.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Because you've seen Sabrina Carpenter in person, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was able to get like some tickets to go see her, and I didn't really listen to Sabrina Carpenter before going to this concert. So like I wasn't really, and these tickets were free. So like I was just like, you know what, let's just go. So I invited one of my friends, and then we didn't know what to expect. And I forgot what the first song that played, but she has really amazing stage presence. Yeah. She's she exudes confidence, and it's low-key attractive. But like,
as attractive as Haley?
No, Haley's better.
She said never.
Never, no. That's my girl.
One strike.
But yeah, like she has like really poppy music. Just like she's got a good voice. And the thing that I was very surprised about is, which I shouldn't have not been really surprised about, considering she was a Disney actor, right?
Disney, yeah.
Yeah, but you just see like all these like 11-year-olds. They were singing about some pretty inappropriate stuff, and like full on, like she did not like hold back. There was like one song that she performed, and it was Bedchem, and like very catchy song. Yeah, very catchy song, but like towards the end, it was like there was like a silhouette of like, obviously like it's implied that the guy and the girl, they were doing something on stage, and like you see all these 11-year-olds like, oh my gosh, and you see the parents are like looking at the kids like, what on earth is this?
You probably just showed them the Disney star. They didn't show them all of that.
Yeah, but despite it all, I think she's cool.
Yeah.
And like when she performed for the Grammys, I was like, I saw you in concert.
I know you.
But yeah, she was pretty good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like the best concerts. Honestly, top tier was definitely Jacob Collier. I love him so much. Do you know who that is?
As a concert?
Concert, yeah.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Ooh, okay. We'll put a picture here. But he, in concert, so great. Because he's like mixing while he's in concert. So he has the audience singing like as a choir. Also, B, amazing voice, amazing production, all great. C, he has great energy. He's running around like, I don't know. I think all in all, that was like probably top 3 concerts I've been to.
Top 3 concerts?
Top 3.
What was the first concert that you liked though?
The first concert I've ever been to was probably her.
Oh, you've seen her before?
Her, yeah.
You've seen her?
Oh, you see her? Yeah, she was great. She was really great. Again, just talented. Took up has great stage presence. Came out on the drums, the guitar.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she did the whole shabam. And I knew like quite a bit of songs. And what's funny is my sister knew her more than anybody else. Like I didn't really know of her. It's just so funny to say her that again and again.
Up here.
Her. But going to see this artist in person was just so great. But third would be Tori Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
What a woman.
I remember when you invited me to that, I was like so tired. I should have gone. I should have gone.
It was good. And it wasn't packed which she's an artist. I'm going to die on this hill. She should be selling out arenas.
Oh yeah, she should.
She's amazing.
For sure.
Vocals on point, just dancing, body, like all of it. She's just so good. So good. And it was a last minute thing too. I was like, I wonder if there's any, I just went on a solo date. I was like, I wonder if there's any tickets. And sure enough. So yeah, have you been to any other concerts?
There's Pentatonics when I got to meet them.
That's so cool.
Here, we'll plaster the picture here again. This is high school fetus Erica.
Fetus. Did you think about the piano?
Okay, so the picture that she's referring to is this right here. I don't know what in right mind I was in.
You're being a teenager. You're being not early 2000s, like 2010s.
I think I was in college.
Okay. I got nothing.
Gosh, I was like, looking back at that picture now, I'm like, gosh, that looks really.
Gosh, that looks so great.
It's just a cringe photo for me.
Yeah.
And like I like how in the picture there's like I think I was trying to do like a Christmas album.
Girl, I don't know what you were doing.
I don't know what I was doing.
To me and I'm like,
I didn't even finish it, but like
a Christmas album. That's kind of
like
cute.
for like piano stuff. But yeah, I was.
You that was great. You look so cute.
I mean.
Yeah, that was a good one. But concerts, so you met Pentatonics.
But concerts, yeah, Pentatonics. And then I really liked, I've seen this guy several times, but NF. NF is, I love all of his music because he's just so real about what he's struggling with and like what he's singing about. And he filmed a music video in Oregon, actually, on the coast.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, and
so
like
great.
I think it's Hope. I think that was the song. I could be wrong, but yeah, I remember I've gone to 2 of his concerts. I went to the Search tour, and then I went to his Hope tour concert.
Search and Hope.
Yes, yeah. A lot of people might not like his music because of like how dark he gets, but. A lot of this stuff is very cinematic, which I think that's probably why I'm like so drawn to him.
Yeah.
Because like if you look at some of his music videos, it's like a movie, like literally.
So great.
like a movie, and yeah, I would probably put Sabrina on like the third, and then Pentatonics on the second, and then NF on the first.
Heard it here.
Yeah, actually, hold on. So there is another guy. He's like teetering between like 2.5 and 3, but there is a YouTuber that I saw like back in I'd say like sophomore year of high school. His name's Jason Chen. I don't think you know him, but like he used to do a lot of singing. I don't know if he does it as much anymore, but I remember meeting him in person and then getting his signature and like hugging him, and he's like probably like my height. I'm like 5. Well, I used to be 5'4", now I'm 5'3". I shrank, by the way.
What?
Yeah, I shrank. Yeah.
You shrank?
I did.
Oh my gosh. I'm not going to be able to see you. In 10 years, I'm going to be like, hello?
Like, oh.
Hi.
Hi.
You're taking form. Your final form.
My final form, like a midget.
Filipino auntie. That's the final form.
The classic Filipino auntie. Like, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Like,
Okay. That's my top concerts.
So good. So I think, do we want to go through our cards again?
Yeah, so in the first episode we did the icebreaker thing.
Yes.
Now we're gonna do answer more questions again.
I'm so stoked.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. Okay, let's see what we got going on. I have my little blankie here. So first question, what act of self-care should become a non-negotiable in your life?
My non-negotiable is like, I'm an introvert and I love having my alone time. So like I need to be able to have that alone time to recharge and be able to like go out in the world.
Yeah, go out in the world.
Go out in the world to like interact with like other people. Cause like it depends on who I'm with.
Yeah.
Like if it's with people who I care about and like who I'm genuinely interested in, I don't get as drained. But if it's like people who I don't really know, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm done after like
power down.
Power down. So yeah, definitely taking time to myself. That's a non-negotiable. Like,
Nice.
do not try to force me to like go out because I will not.
Stay put.
Unless if you're like unless you're part of that circle of like friends and family that I really get along with, I'll make time for you.
Nice.
But if you're not, sorry, respect my boundaries.
You're out.
You're
Get them out of here.
So yeah, what about you?
Yeah, so I think for me, because I love having a busy schedule. I'm like the complete opposite. I'm like, I love having a busy schedule and like just having things always there. But I think being able, a non-negotiable will probably be saying no, but no in the right capacity. So like, no, it's okay to say no to one thing because you're just not feeling it and that's not what you want your time to be consumed into, but also say yes to something else maybe at the same time and with somebody else.
Yeah.
But also, that also looks like saying no or speaking up in situations as well. So like just continue to say no and redirect is like a definite non-negotiable. Because like everybody has those moments where you're just like, well, I don't really know what to say, or like I feel bad. But in reality, it's like, no, just be truthful and say like, hey, I'm just not feeling it.
Amen. Yeah.
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 And or if somebody challenges you, maybe at work or school or wherever, stick to your guns and be like, no, I'm also saying no because I think my opinion also matters in these conversations. So, yeah.
I love
say
that. No, that's, yeah, say no.
Say no.
Say no even when you're scared.
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
This is a hard thing. Describe a time when you were your own worst enemy.
I think growing up, just always having these like bigger dreams, but not going after it like when, like at the time, maybe. I think it's like, I always wanted to be creative and do things, but I think, I don't even know if it's fear. Maybe it was fear and a little bit procrastination, but just letting time pass. And I still filled it with other things, but I think when you're not consistent, you're your own worst enemy.
Such true words. That's that's definitely, dang man. You could try to make me cry on this spot. I'm just kidding.
Cry on the spot.
Cry on the spot.
I got your tissues.
Where? Just kidding. My shirt.
Use your shirt.
Okay. Describe a time when you were you were your own worst enemy.
Yes.
I would say being my own, the time when I was my own worst enemy was allowing people's judgments to reflect the person who I am when really the judgments that they're imposing on me, it's not really me.
Yeah.
They're only seeing like a fraction of who I am as a person. And that's still something that I'm trying to work on as well, of like not giving a crap what people think.
Yeah.
This is just,
Which is easier said than done.
it's easier said than done because like they say that like one compliment makes up for every 5 or 7 negative.
Yeah.
Or yeah, so I guess that would be like a time where like I've become my worst enemy, is allowing people's words to reflect who I am when it's really not.
The truth.
So
Yeah. What's a deal breaker for you in a relationship?
what's a deal breaker for me in a relationship? Oh my gosh, there's so many.
I'm like, gotta narrow it down to one.
Okay, so the first thing is if you can't handle like conflict healthily, like let's say like you get into like a disagreement with your partner, like if your first thing to do is just like immediately isolate yourself and like block out, like you gotta be able to like
converse.
and like don't just like immediately block out the person and stuff. Like if it happened like maybe like a couple times, like of course like you work through that, but you got to be able to communicate. Is like if you can't communicate even when like you're in pain, no matter like what you're feeling, they got to be able to communicate in your relationship because that's the
Communication's
top.
key.
Communication is key.
Yeah.
So
I think for me, it would be like, if you're not emotional, I guess this is like it's like 4 pieces, but it's one answer where it's like, if you're not emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, well, I guess, and physically mature, like we're not gonna work. Because spiritually mature, meaning you have a higher power, such as God for me, at the center of your life, so that conflict and issues will be easier to navigate because you're not, or you shouldn't be going from a place of vain and like you want to hurt your partner. It's like, okay, what would Jesus do in that circumstance?
Yeah.
And also mentally and emotionally, just because like Every argument, like, I don't want somebody that's creating arguments just to create them, just because, like, and some people have this, it's just not for me, where you need to argue to feel loved. I just can't do it. I can't do it. It doesn't, yeah, like, internal trauma, things like that is for you to, unpack. It's not for me to be projected onto.
Yeah.
And I cannot stress that enough. I will just be like, I'm good.
A person is supposed to compliment.
Yeah.
Not become your life.
Yeah. That's a huge red flag. Those people that like come in and they try to take too much out like super quick, and it's like, you're not here for the right reasons. I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I to piggyback on what you said, like spiritually like centered, like if their first thing is to like be like, I don't believe in that stuff, like get away.
We're
like
not gonna work.
like no, like because like that's when it, at least for me, I feel like God is the center of my life. And like if you can't respect that, get out.
Also, I don't think you would be compatible at that point.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be compatible.
Yeah, so if they don't believe in God, it's like, what are we doing here? Do you want me to do the next one, or you want to do the next one? Okay.
In what ways are you bad with money?
Bro, I just be spending money. I just be spending it like it grows on trees. I think really, I think recently I've gotten way better though, like this like last year, at having like my 401k going automatically and having these like savings accounts going automatically and things like that. So I feel like I'm in a way better place. But before, my early 20s, mid 20s, I was spending like that. It grew on trees. I was like, whatever I wanted, I got it. That was it. But taking like a financial literacy course, that we understand that like there's way more to prepare for in life. Just as you need to condition your body, it's like you got to condition your account too, because you're going to have to, when you're older, you're going to really regret not doing these things.
Yes.
So, but right now I think I'm still in that, like, I just eat out so much. I just like spend money on like random stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, I need to stop.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. But ever since taking the financial literacy course,
it's helped so much.
Good.
Yeah, it's helped so much.
Good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Before, I would definitely go out to eat to a lot of places, and even though there was like food at home. So that was like one of the ways I was bad with money. Like I would save money and stuff, but like as soon as like I started feeling hungry, like I'm just like that urge it was I've gotten a lot more better where I've just limited to like, okay, we'll just eat out like once or twice a week, and then the rest of the days we'll just cook and bring lunch to work.
Nice.
So
nice. Yeah. That's good.
Which has helped immensely.
Oh, I bet, because it gets expensive.
It gets really expensive, dude. Like, I mean,
you can easily spend like $60 in a day.
Yeah.
Just on food, coffees, all of that.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Oh, what beliefs have you adopted from other people that don't serve you now?
Whoa, wow.
What a loaded question. It's a loaded one.
I don't know.
No?
I have to think about this one.
Really?
Do you want to answer first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think for me, it's the belief that everyone and everything deserves a response or an answer.
Oh, yeah.
Simply because, like, when I was younger, I was like really more of like a fire girly, where I'd just be like, if it's not serving me or working for me, I'm out. People know, I'm a very firm believer though that people know exactly what they're doing. No matter what, they know exactly how they're talking to you. They know exactly how they're treating you. They know these things because you think about how internally you know how you're treating people. You know what you're doing and you know what you're saying. So therefore, they are very aware. So I've gone back a bit, because before it'd be like, oh, you can't just leave. Or you can't just like not say anything. But then I think I'm back on that track of like, no, I can't actually. I can just be like, you know exactly what you're saying or doing. Because everybody's very, very aware, and I don't believe the BS of, oh, they don't know, they know exactly what they're doing. So I think for me, it's the belief, not everything needs an answer, not everything needs a response. Silence is a response, especially to like blatant disrespect or lies or so on.
To piggyback on like silence, like ghosting.
Yeah.
Like I think like a lot of people think that like ghosting is like, I mean, I think ghosting is necessary when like there's harm involved. Yeah. Like in terms of
if they're like threatening you.
Yeah, if it's like threatening, like dude, like get out. Go. Like
you are blocked.
Run for the damn hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just like some times where ghosting is like, okay, if you had if you can like, if there's like some healthy communication, I think it's okay to like not just be like, hey, you're cool, but I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's healthy. But if there's like danger involved, silence.
It's gone. And on that, they know exactly what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
They always know
For
that
sure.
they're threatening you
Yeah.
or they're saying they're going to do something to you or disrespect you. They know exactly what they're doing. I call BS every time. I will just be like, I'm out.
And that's a good point to have, because like I always like try to like look at it from the person's perspective, which can be kind of a bad thing. It could be a naive thing sometimes, because I don't like staying firmly on, like there's things where I will be like firm in, but when it comes to like conflict, I always like, what does the other person feel like? Like what?
But also it's like not everything needs to work.
Yes.
Not everything needs to work out. Not everything needs, once again, the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't have to be the bigger person. Actually, it's okay to be like, actually, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm out.
Yeah.
It does not matter. And move on with your life. You do not need to make it work.
Yeah, especially if danger is involved.
Yeah.
Prioritize
and even if
your
it's mental
safety.
or emotional, like name calling, all that.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
out.
dude.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Who raised
physical,
you?
emotional abuse, like dude.
Out.
Yeah, get out. Your safety and well-being is more important.
Yeah. So yeah.
What do you think society owes its citizens?
I really okay, this is a hill that I already have my answer. Like I think support, like help, support, resources, which include healthcare, dental care, vision care. I feel like those all should be free. I'm sorry for all the taxes we're paying as it is, for all the things that we're contributing. We should not be paying for healthcare. People should not be turned away because they can't afford it. And I think society owes that to its people that are working their butts off and going to their jobs and working and contributing anyways. I'm a firm believer that society owes like resources.
I 100% agree. Yeah. I feel like you shouldn't be turned away. Like if your life is on the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should not go into millions of dollars to save your life. It should just be we are supporting each other.
Yeah, and like that also goes like towards like animal healthcare too. Yeah. Like if you bring like say like you see a dog that just got ran over or something, like they're hurt, and like you bring it into the hospital, and like the first thing that they're gonna ask is like, do you have insurance? It's like that shouldn't matter. A life is on the freaking line. Like what? And yeah.
And plus, also with that, it shouldn't be as expensive as it is.
Yes.
It should not be as expensive as it is. Especially because things like we were just chatting off cam about like dental care. And it's like, there's a lot of things dental wise that contribute to health and like can kill you and all that. But people just don't go because they can't afford it. And it's mind blowing. I just can't wrap my head around it at all. But those things should be free.
Yeah,
that's a hill I'm willing to die on.
100% agree on that as well.
Nice.
Nice.
When have you spoken out when it would have been easier to say nothing?
I won't say who, but like there has been times where like I've spoken to like family members or friends, and like they'll be like going on about something, and like I completely don't agree with what they're saying. In fact, I despise what they're saying, and like. There was one point where I spoke up, and like it just got into like this really big fight, and like it just would have been easier to just like not say anything, because I don't like upsetting people, and at least at the time when I was a little bit younger, I really hated conflict with anybody who was like close to me, and yeah, that's not the fact now. I like if I piss you off, if we have some conflict, let's work it out. If you don't want to, get out.
That's it. Sweet.
So, what about you?
I agree with that. I think also it's easiest to go towards family, like dynamics, because there's a few years back where I was having a conversation with family, and it is easier just to keep quiet, but these are family members I didn't really know. So for them to make certain comments, it was like, hold on a second, and like bring that up and be like, no, that's actually not okay. And to start making that boundary then was really beneficial. But of course, it would have been easier to just say nothing and be like, oh, I'll just keep my head down. But I feel like at some point you're like, no, those days are over. We're not going to be disrespected because you're older. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like don't let people walk over you. I mean, obviously, choose your battles and stuff, because like there's some battles where there are things you just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to speak up, but choose your battles.
Yeah, and be good and be firm on them.
Be firm. Don't be swayed.
Yeah.
Stay firm. How are you able to love someone you don't agree with?
I guess it just goes back to just knowing that, like, at the end of the day, no matter what, like, I love them and they're like in my life and I love them enough to hear them out, but understanding that love doesn't always mean you just agree with everything.
Yeah.
So like, it's easy. I think it's easier to still love and disagree, because it's like, it's okay to be like, I don't think we have to agree on that, or I don't think we have to agree on that today or right now, but I hear you, and it's okay to hear them because you love them, and to leave it at that.
Yeah, and I 100% agree on that. Like, just allowing them to like say, friend, family, partner, whoever it is, letting them kind of say their own piece, whatever thing you guys are talking about, like, help them feel heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like,
hearing doesn't mean you agree.
Yeah, like it doesn't, like, just because like you're letting them speak, that doesn't mean like I wholeheartedly agree with you. Yeah, it's important to listen and be present when you're listening to something that that you're conflicting on.
I'm conflicted, but not enough to fight with them on it. So.
I'm conflicted, but I'm not. It's not conflicted enough to like want to like end this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So. Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Good answer.
Nice.
What do people say you can't do, but that you're sure you could do if you really tried?
I think the first thing that comes up with this question is public speaking, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so as I've said in the previous podcast and maybe other podcasts before, like I am an introvert, but I do enjoy talking in public to like when it's like inspirational stuff or stuff that like is helping people. I feel like if I really tried and put the effort into doing public speaking stuff, I could do it.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
yeah. Some people are surprised by that because of like how quiet I am, but just because I'm quiet, that doesn't mean I can't do it.
Can't do it.
What about you?
That's a good answer. That one's a harder one to talk about. I don't really know, because I feel like, I don't know if people say that I can't do really anything, but I think if I tried to do almost anything, I could do it. You just have to be consistent and like actually put in the energy. Like, for example, I'm learning like piano right now, which it takes a lot of time and a mental capacity, but like if I sit down and actually do it, by the end of the week I'll have it, and then you move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
The next thing in piano, not like I know everything, but but whatever you're learning. I know, I'm over here Beethoven, freaking Mozart. No, but like I really think if you just put in the energy and time, you could do anything. I know it's a super vague, boring answer.
No, that is not a boring answer. It's because it's true. It's true. Definitely true.
Sweet.
I love that.
What do you wish you had a second chance at?
A thing that I wish I had a second chance at was taking the time to speak to family members that have already passed.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're yeah. So that's it.
Second chance. I don't know. I don't regret anything that had to do with college. I really don't. But I think just like school again, and just being more involved, whether it was college or high school, because I feel like I was involved, but like I could have done more, even though I had moved in the middle of the school year to a different state in my junior year. I think I could have just been more active. And then also same with college. I feel like I was really doing a lot.
You were working a lot, I think.
I know. I was working like 50 hours and in school and doing the shows.
She's a great actor, by the way.
Hi.
Very good actor.
Yeah, but I think even with that, it's like, because my major was theater and business, just doing more in both realms. Yeah.
Like extracurricular stuff?
Yeah, just like more shows like outside of the school capacity, and like taking college to really make those connections, because I feel like it was towards the end. I also graduated during COVID, so it's kind of hard to talk about that. But
oh yeah, for sure.
Being able to just like do more with what I had. Yeah.
I love that.
Thanks. All right, last two.
Yeah. Or
Sweet.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What are the daily rituals you swear by and think everyone else should explore too?
Daily rituals?
Yes.
Honestly, I think waking up early and understanding that like my mornings and my nights are for me. Filling it up with, if I'm in the morning and night, it's like when you become the person you want to become. So like whether that's working out or reading the Bible or maybe it is calling a friend or like whatever, it's like those are my time. And I think the ritual behind that is like understanding I owe myself that time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you should have like time to yourself.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like you go through so much throughout the day, like working,
Just go,
doing
go,
other
go.
things. When you're just like go, 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 you tend to forget yourself in that equation.
Yeah. And I realized that when I would wake up like within the same hour that I need to leave, and it's like you wake up, you get ready, you're already like my mind's on work. What am I doing today? And then you go to work, and then afterwards you're like, oh, I feel like I haven't been productive because now I just did work, and I'm at home scrolling on my phone. It's like, put the phone down. Now it's time to decompress, read, or just have time for yourself.
Yeah.
And not invest in other people's lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thanks.
I love that.
What about you?
I like to wake up early and try to start off the day with being thankful for waking up. And in my case, like I try to pray and thank God that like, thank you for giving me the air.
That's good.
And because literally I wouldn't be here because you breathed life into me. So thank you. And just like doing like Bible devotional stuff. I mean, there's times like when I do falter off of that, but like it has helped me immensely be like thankful for every day that I'm awake. Because I'm awake for a reason, even though I may not know what that reason is.
Oh, that's good.
And another thing is like going out and working out. Yeah. I obviously like I love to. I mean, there's times when I don't love it, but like I will make myself go out and be active, whether if it's being like lifting weights or going out on a run or a walk. I will make myself move in the morning to make myself be more productive throughout the day. And that has helped so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like when you wake up early in the morning to do that, like you have the rest of your day to do whatever you need to do. And the more you put it, at least for me, in my case, like the more you put it off, if you do like workouts like later in the day, like it kind of feels like it's harder. At least that's what I feel like it, because it feels like the day is just kind of dragging on.
Yeah.
And like you're exhausted at the end of the day, and then you just want to go to sleep.
Right, like that's your whole day.
Yeah.
And also remembering that like it's good that you're starting with gratitude in the morning, but also remembering like if you don't use your body, you lose it eventually.
Yes.
So
all right, last one.
What choice had the greatest impact on your life?
I would say there are two things. It was when I got baptized with you.
Oh.
Yeah, we got baptized together at
the church.
At the church.
Yeah.
And that was when I got baptized with you. Like we were both like in like the pool, and like the pastor like dumps us into the water.
Yeah.
Like you just feel like you were born anew. And like I remember crying.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
it's an emotional experience.
It's a very emotional experience. And like I knew that when like I got baptized, like that was not gonna make me invincible from like problems like throughout the world and stuff. But that was the time when like I knew like I was like, okay, I'm serious about getting right with Jesus. And like it's just like I don't think I've ever felt like more closer towards God when I got baptized. And I'm so glad I got baptized with you, dude.
That was so fun.
Two besties getting baptized.
Don't tell me about your bestie goals if you haven't been baptized.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
What was the other one?
Yeah, you said two, so I was like, what's the next one?
There's another one. Oh yes. So this is the second one. Was in the first episode I mentioned like I stopped like doing like psychic stuff. That was when like I like when I just gave it to him, instead of playing God and trying to determine like what I need to do with my life, that was when things started to get more better.
That's good.
And those kinds of things, like, I feel like it really controls your life, and it can get really bad really fast if you allow it to control you. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let go and let God, basically.
Let go, let God.
Let go, let God.
Well said.
Yes. Anyways.
So good.
You.
Probably the number one thing that comes to mind is just saying yes to more, specifically with work, just because I think if I hadn't said yes at the time that I did to like the next level or the next, just even though I didn't want it, I was like, I don't really want to be in that role, just saying yes and then climbing to where I am now. It's like the greatest decision I ever made was to stop being like, I'm not going to be here long term, and to just be like, okay, let's just see where it goes. And it took me really far.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's pretty much it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm proud of you for pushing yourself.
Yeah, right.
Good.
So good.
Alrighty.
I think on that note.
On that note.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
it.
I love these questions, dude.
I know, these questions are really helpful. And I just love like sitting and listening. I'm just like, like no main reactions. I just love hearing the answers.
Yeah, and if you guys have like any questions that you want to ask us, like
send them in.
Send them in. Don't be afraid.
Please.
Deep or not deep.
Or just like goofy, whatever it is.
Whatever, we will answer it. So don't be afraid to send us any questions.
Please do. Well, just like always, we love you, and
stay tuned on the next episode of Damned in Delulu.
Adios.
Adios. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.